Hello everyone, this is Jamie and welcome to the third Grasshopper tutorial. So in this tutorial I'm going to talk about basic mathematical operations. Now at the beginning this is going to look like irrelevant and unnecessary, but believe me, in the long run this would help you a lot. I learned this from like a website called Digital Toolbox, and if you're gonna they have awesome tutorials there. So if you're really into learning Grasshopper, I would recommend googling Digital Toolbox and checking out their tutorials. So I'm just gonna talk about some mathematical operations. And if you come here to your this panel, you can see we have an addition sign, multiplication, subtraction, smaller or larger than. And if you click on the black ribbon here, you can see like there's more. What I want you to do is just choose the addition and probably the larger than, I mean smaller than, and let's go with equal. Okay, so I'm just gonna work with these definitions just for the sake of making it. You just get the point of how to use panels and sliders. So what a slider is, it's basically it's a number slider. So if you just write in slider, you get your number slider. And this is one of the most used things or used definition you're gonna work with when you're working with Grasshopper. So if you right click and hit an edit, you can say what maximum value you want, or the limit of your maximum value, and how many like how specific is your point. You want it 1.0 or 2 digits or 3 digits or up to 6 digits. I usually work with 1.2 digits. To get a maximum, you can say I want the maximum value to be 25 because y starts at 25. And this is your range, okay? So if you just hit okay, you can see that if you, when you drag this little dot here or whatever, you see that it goes from 0 to 25.2 digits, okay? So 15.40, 50, 20, and if you double click, you can just insert the number you want to say 15.32, and there you go. So if you just hover over the A, it says A, first item for addition, usually it's a number. Same goes for B, so first number A, B, second number, stuff like that. So what I do is connect the slider to letter A, and copy the slider, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and click to V, or to B, okay, and same thing. So just copy the sliders you created, and yeah, so just connect them and play with the numbers if you want, or don't play, it doesn't matter. What I want to talk about now is something called a slider. So if you double click on that slider, panel, sorry, right panel, this is really an important and a powerful tool in Grasshopper. This tells you what is the result inside your container. So if you just hit here, it gives you actually the result. So it says 15.32 plus 16.72. The result is 32.04. Now, you're probably thinking, what am I going to do with this? But just keep this in mind on how to extract information from inside these definitions. Okay? It's really useful, believe me. You're gonna need this. So if it says we have also a smaller than or larger than. So how do you know a smaller than or larger than? You just look at the if you have two numbers, this sign here, like it opens its mouth to the bigger number. So that's just a hint up if you're still confused about smaller than or larger than. So if you say 11, this becomes true, becomes false, okay? So play with this and see the true and false changing while you're changing the slider. And same thing goes with hit shift. You see that it gives you two answers. One is for the less than or equals is false, more than, less than is also false. So we have here two data. Same thing goes here. If we hit if you open another panel and just connect this, it says true, false, true and false, not equal is true. Okay, so be aware of how to come up with addition, subtractions, and your mathematical operations. So as a start, I would recommend playing with this and just getting to know all the operations they have here and check like we can get from it and how to get the numbers. Like if you want, let me just play with the power. So I want slider again. Right click, edit, then choose, I want it to be whole number, so I'm gonna be choosing 27 because everybody famous dies at 27. Hit OK, and we see that it changes by the value of one whole number, so from 0 to 27. Just like click on A, and A is the item to be raised, and B would be the exponent. Honestly, I don't know what's what, so I'm gonna just try. Now if I double click and write a panel again, connect this. So if I make this 1 to the power, no, 1 to the power of 10 is 1. So 5 to the power of 2 is 25. Okay. So yeah, like this is the number and this is the power of the number. Okay, I got it. So yeah, this is how you basically understand the what is happening inside your definitions, okay, by writing, like connecting them to panels. Now what I really want to try is selecting a random operation and trying to see what happens if I add a panel to them. No data selected. Huh, okay. So yeah, well, lesson learned is that if this is like an indication of what is happening inside your definition. So here there was no data. Let me try a box. See. Oh, no data either. If we created our own box, let's say set one box and I need the box. So the data would be box. Great. I thought it was going to give me like the measurements of the box. Wow, okay. That's a really good question. Like, it just hit me. If I really wanted the dimensions of my box, how would I know? I assumed like the panels would give me the dimensions, but apparently don't. Maybe if I extract parameter? Nope. You know what? Yeah, I'm probably just wasting time here. I probably would figure it out later. So just play with the panels and play with your mathematical operations and see what you can get out of it. And I'll see you next time.